And hello, chat. Hello, hello, hello. It's been a hot minute, I know. Wait, I know it's been a hot minute, but by that I mean I haven't streamed on here in quite some time. If this were a Twitch stream, it'd be, well, yeah. Anyway, we're gonna cop. I gotta. Okay. Hmm. Okay, I'm gonna take a minute to plug the stream in various places, and then we will get started. So, to explain, in chat, to explain, we are going, what we are doing today is I am going to be essentially reacting to my I draft game. This stream, it's gonna be WPF, the season we played through on this channel. Elsewhere earlier on. So effectively, this is a going to be a museum run for all my past draft leagues up to this point. So here we go. So I'm gonna be reacting to them and also giving my overall thoughts on the matchup. So first off, this is so first off, the Terra captains are the rules are free. This is all the same league. So WPF has the Terra rules for this season were the Terra captains can terrestrialize into any type, and the opponent's Terra captain is Enamorus, I believe, and then mine is Thunder. Mine are Thunderous and Cerulege in this particular matchup. Um, this right here was my team at the time of the battle. Uh, Ignore that. That I thought I did a thing. Anyway, so we start off So this skunk tank was designed to lead off and get hazards up. Real the Meowstic is the Meowscarada is also setting up spikes right here and proving its and showing its Protean in hazard sets. It's hazard stacking on me. And good. Bear in mind, I did not bring my removal, so so it was a slight problem. Goodra comes in, gets Assault Vest. That's knocked off. I don't think that was worth it in all honesty. Yeah, I still well, because the Assault Vest would have been really handy in checking Enamorus. I think the smarter play, instead of going to Goodra, it would have been better to go to Screamtail or just stay in with Skunk and try and get kills. Because realistically, as soon as Goodra takes too much damage, I lose. So it really would have been better if I'd kept my Assault Vest. So, as an aside, this is Shedtail Cyclizar. So, I should never do so I should never switch here. I should be just clicking either Dragon Pulse or clicking Heavy Slam or whatever, Flash Cannon or whatever move I had on here. It's been so long, I don't really remember. I switched. Why did I do that? Well, he did just spin, but he Shed-tailed and went into Iron Hands. The Endeavor went off. And we're going to Endeavor again on the hands. Which is going to do a lot of damage. Really going to injure this thing. And Drain Punch is going to knock out Skuntank, but this was a trade. But it was well worth the trade, honestly, I would say. If you Endeavor and you get that much on Iron Hands, it's definitely worth it. So here I go to Ceruledge. And I try to set up, because if you remember, I'm Tera Grass. So I try and set up a Swords Dance while Hands hopefully clicks an electric move or something else into me. Because I take everything not an electric move. Get a very free SD. Once I get the SD off, I probably win on the spot after a Bitter Blade, aid healing. Tera Grass, Swords Dance, Miss Supercell Slam. And now I'm in a really awkward spot. Staraptor just comes in and then clicks Brave Bird, and nothing I have wants to take it. I go out into Thundurus, is here. Take half. I'm Scarf on my Thundurus, so I always outspeed the Staraptor. And I click Thunderbolt into it and knock it out. Scarf Thunderbolt into Cyclizar doesn't do a whole lot. But if I Thunderbolt again, I knock it out of Shedtail range, which is really amazing. But honestly, after I do that, if he does Shedtail, I think I just click Thunderbolts and then I think I just click Thunder. No, the right play here is actually go to Ceruledge. Because as the fact is, Scarf Thundurus just sweeps him after Cyclizar goes down. So if I can create that kind of win condition, I am golden. I decide to go Urshifu, which, okay. I mean, I guess that's fair. I do have priority Aqua Jet on Urshifu. To break a sub. If I do that, then Enamorus, I do sacrifice it, but now Thundurus just comes back out and T-Bolts. And I Thunderbolt again. And then Thunderbolt just looks really, really spammable here. So I click it again on Vaporeon. Honestly, I think a better play would have been to go to Ceruledge first. Because I had power. I was Terra Grass with Power Herb Solar Blade. Hang on. Do I still have my team? Let me check the old video, actually. Yeah, what was my Thundurus spread? I gotta... Because, like, I am... Damage calc... Oh. Hold up. I actually do gotta go see this. What is the, What is my Thundurus set? So, I was 4 HP, Force Bidef on Thundurus. This, I actually do... I want to calc this. Yu. 4 HP, Force Bidef. And then... Vaporeon. Yeah, that Scald never KO'd. Without that crit. If he didn't crit me right there, I won on the spot. If not for the crit Scald that he gets this turn. Assuming he didn't have offensive investment. And which I don't know for sure if he did or not. But if he didn't have offensive investments, that crit, it is the thing that sold me. And I lost the game because of it. The easiest way without risking crit was just going Ceruledge and then just Power Herb Solar Blading through the Vaporeon. Because both the other things just lose. Because I do remember he had Quick Attack on his Staraptor. He never revealed it, but he did have it. So... And I don't think I lived a Quick Attack after the Scald, so realistically... I think this game was still... I think the better play was overall still to switch Thundurus out to Sephiroth off the Ceruledge or Edge or something of the sort. And just risk the Scald Burn, Power Herb Solar Blade through it. I die next turn, but then realistically, it doesn't matter too much. Because... Okay, but now that I've sacrificed Thundurus, I just lose. I just lose the game. Now that I've sacked Thundurus. I almost went gooey on... A crit didn't matter. Okay. Noted. Yeah, keeping Thundurus safe was my win con, and I lost because of it. Okay, now game 2... Now... And I lost my week 1 game. Now, going into week 2... I admit I may or may not have talked a little smack. But... It is what it is, and then... So my team... I don't remember. I think his team. This this was the team he brought. The Terra captains were, I think, Hydrapple and Keldeo. No, it was just. I think I'm mistaking. Hi Ty, how's it going? Mm. So here there are a lot of things I could have done. He leads off with Keldeo, and I think I chose to lead off with either with my Thundurus. So my set here was a Adrenaline Orb Defiant Thundurus. This primarily meant to beat lead Landorus Incarnate. Which I did expect to do something here. And so my plan was always to lead Thundurus. I'm a physical Thundurus, so that's something. My Thundurus is Terra Water. My Ceruledge is Terra Ghost. But the plan here was always to Terra Thundurus. He goes out into Tinkaton on my bulk up. Now, doing this was kind of brave. Well, if Tinkaton is faster here, and now, I don't remember what play I make next, but I cannot really bulk up again, because Tinkaton could Encore me. So I click Supercell Slam and just deal a crap ton. And then he crits me. Which, come on, why? Why do you gotta do that? I decide to click Terra Water Terra Blast here in case he goes hard Lando. Oh, realistically, I don't think I needed to. I think I could have just Supercelled, because it's not like Thundurus was doing much after that. Keldeo's just going to Vacuum Wave, knock out my Thundurus. And I'm going to bring out Ceruledge. Why did I bring out Ceruledge? I am confused. I am clearly hard predicting specs. I am hard calling specs for no reason. This is not a good play. Realistically, I should have just gone. Honestly, I go Screamtail here and not Ceruledge. Ceruledge is a very, very weird play. A Poltergeist is gonna. He does switch out. I think I'm threatening a Scarf that way, honestly. Poltergeist goes into Grafaiai. Grafaiai decides it wants. And now Grafaiai can Encore me. So. Well, my play here should honestly always be Goodra. Which it is. And from here, there are a couple of options. If I recall my set correctly, I don't recall my set at the moment, honestly. Okay, I'm Dragon Pulse, Ice Beam, Flamethrower, Dragon Tail. Don't mind me going back and looking at my old videos for this. And with the Shuka Berry. Yeah, I always Dragon Pulse here, as he has no resists to the move, so Dragon Pulse is just very free. He goes into Keldeo. I Dragon Tail. Why did I Dragon Tail? Well, regardless, I dealt some chip to the Keldeo that switched in, and brought out the Landorus. And this is pretty good for me though, in all honesty, because this means that I ice beam, and that because I'm Shuka, I live Earthquake and can thus kill it with ice beam. And then Keldeo comes back out. I probably should go Scream Tail here. Yeah. Secret Sword does absolutely nothing. Ing, I need... Did I have Thunderwave? It's been like... I did not have Thunderwave. Okay. A I should have. I really should have clicked play rough. There is what I should have done, but you know, teach their own. I dragon dance. Well, he dragon danced. I play rough on him. I'm fully expecting. And then I go hard Terapagos on the Phantom Force very easily. Terapagos is immune. And I learned this during this battle. Dragon multi-hit moves do very little to multi-hit moves. Ooze Terra Shell is still active for every hit, so like Pin Missile, you can't just Pin Missile the first hit and then everything else is neutral. It's resisted for everything. So, Terapagos was just free. I clicked Earth Power, because that was my only thing I had that could hit it. The crit might have mattered. I'm not entirely certain. But now he goes Keldeo, and then I just go straight to Scream Tail. Let to just destroy this thing. And as you can see, it's not choice, so I don't know why why I was crazy enough to go hard Cerulege. I always wish here, because now the Hydro Pump could have hurt. So I go hard to Goodra. The Wish heals me up. I Dragon Pulse, and then do a shit ton to something. I Dragon Pulse again. And just do it again, and then we'll do it again. And then he crits all out Fickle Beam, which is the only way he KOs me. That was unfortunate. So I double from Cerulege to Greninja. I click Extra Sensory Life Orb. I Dark Pulse. That's going to knock it out. I get a Battle Bomb boost. I win. Keldeo's Vacuum Wave doesn't KO me from here. So I just Extra Sensory my way through everything else, and I win. And GG. Now this battle, this one right, and my record is now 1-1. +2. So now we move on over to my game, to this one. This one's versus Scoothawk. I recall. This was one of my favorite battles for some time. I am Choice Greninja with Hydro Pump, Dark Pulse, Sludge Wave, and U-Turn, and Protean. I am also Specs Thunderous, is Thunderbolt, U-Turn, Psychic Terra, or Flying Terra Blast. Cerulege is Terra Flying, Ability Shield with Bitterblade, Flame Charge, Poltergeist, and Swords Dance. And Terapagos, Flamethrower, Calm Mind, Terra Starstorm, and Rapid Spin. In with Heavy Duty Boots. Screamtail is Leftovers, Play Rough Encore, Wish Baton Pass. S, and Hisuian Gudra is Assault Vest. S with Dragon Pulse, Flamethrower, Ice Beam, and Dragon Tail. Ale, my opponent has Terra Great Tusk and Terra Manaphy. E at this point in time, and it is a... And so, as you can see, leads off with Kilowattrel. Well, I led with Thundurus. It was pretty much always a U-turn here from my perspective. Looking at the teams in... Well, you'll see later. So a Specs Volt Switch, it clearly comes off, and then I U-turn out with Thundurus into Ceruledge, where I Flame Charge on the Registeel that could Thunder Wave me. Interesting. And then I Terra Flying SD, but I could get Skull Burned. I missed Poltergeist because of course I do. So now I need to go hard Screamtail on the other setup move, and I need to Encore that thing. And then I go hard Thundurus. The Ogerpon shows up. I can't remember if I U-turn or click Sludge Wave. I think realistically it should have been a Sludge Wave, but... And then Gudra comes out. I probably should have clicked Dragon Pulse. Instead I clicked Ice Beam. I think Dragon Pulse was the freer move here. Here, I Dragon Tail the Regirock out. Don't really try to preserve HP on Gudra as much as I probably should. Good, Kilowattrel comes back out, Volt Switches, is into Registeel. I Flamethrower it on the switch and deal a massive 75% damage. Yeah. Let's just say... I am not playing... Let's just say that Registeel, that I am not familiar with Registeel's game. So, I hard swap. Never mind, I Dragon Tail. Now I hard swap to Screamtail. And get my lefties knocked off from Clefable. I Wish, and then I think I click Baton Pass, predicting Volt Switch. Never mind, I click Play Rough on the Manaphy. I try and I Wish again because I can't. And then I'm Flash Fire Ability Shield on Ceruledge. So after the Wish and he brings out Ogerpon, I go hard Ceruledge, and then it's basically game over from here. He does U-turn, and I Flame Charge. I click Poltergeist here, I believe. And then I do crit, which is unfortunate. Because after the crit, it's definitely game over. Where Clefable comes out, I Bitter Blade, and got the absolute minimum roll possible. Oh, that was a min roll into the Clefable. Oh, with a Flash Fire boosted Bitter Blade, which is my strongest attack right now. Now I get Moonblasted, which fair. I SD in front of a possible unaware Clefable. This is SMH. But then I just Bitter Blade and then just destroy after the SD and destroy the Clefable. Bitter Blade knocks it out. Great Tusk takes Terra Water Great Tusk. Takes 50% from +2 Flash Fire Bitter Blade. That is insane. And then Heavy Slam comes out. Does do 52%, which is not ideal, but I just Poltergeist. I miss, which is actually ideal. Because then I Bitter Blade and get back more health off the Registeel. And then Poltergeist comes out, knocks out the Great Tusk, and then and Bitterblade KOs Ogerpon. On for the 6-0 victory, with a record of 2-1 plus 8. So from this point, I made changes to my team. Because there were things I wasn't liking about it. So, hang on, it's loading. And so, this was the new team. I dropped Skuntank, Wo-Chen, and Urshifu Rapid Strike for these guys. Scizor, Dragalge, and Hitmonchan. Immediately, my team looks a lot better. It is overlap. The Hisuian Goodra is suddenly looking a lot less useful now. But it is what it is. So for this battle, I have I believe it is a specially defensive Scizor. Or with heavy duty boots, Defog, Bullet Punch, U-Turn, and SD. Battle Bond Greninja with Life Orb, Water Shuriken, in Ice Beam, Hydro Pump, and Dark Pulse. Also, Endure Weakness Policy, Terra Fighting Ceruledge with Poltergeist, CC, and Bitterblade, I believe. Eve. I think I was Shuka on the Hisuian Goodra, maybe? Don't recall for sure on that one. But I am Ironhead, Dragon Tail. No, but I am Ironhead, Dragon Pulse, Earthquake, I believe, and Ice Beam. Ironhead is because it hits Florges a lot harder while still hitting Kyurem pretty hard, but I can just Dragon Pulse that thing, to be honest, so I have no clue why. Screamtail is Screamtail, and then Terapagos is a Meteor Beam red card set with Surf, Earth, Terra Starstorm, and Rapid Spin. So yeah. He leads with Kyurem, I lead with Screamtail. Screamtail gets rocks up. Blizzard comes out and does 60% to me. Specs Blizzard. Side note, he went for Blizzard. Out of snow. So that just does a lot. And I need to get Screamtail out of there immediately, because that is most definitely a Specs Kyurem. So I should... but looking at this matchup, he really has issues with Hisuian Goodra outside of Garchomp. I have issues breaking the Incineroar at times. Scizor needs... Scizor also looks insane if I get past the Zapdos. My ways of breaking are not that great, in all honesty, but I go to Scizor after the Blizzard. He misses Blizzard, and I am oh wait, no, I'm not heavy duty boots on Scizor, I am protected pads. I got rocks up. Zapdos reveals itself to not be boots, which is really helpful for me, because he didn't bring his hazard removal. So now I go to Goodra, I click Ice Beam, I think. And then he switched in Florges, so now I just Ironhead. I think I'm Shuka. Yeah, I'm Shuka. So I just Ice Beam into Garchomp and knock it out. I save Hisui and Gudra. Because I go hard Scizor. Or I realistically could have gone Screamtail and then wished up Gudra, but later. But we'll see. Floor just protects on my Bullet Punch. Zapdos comes out on the U-turn. I go back to Gudra. Why did I go to Gudra when Battle Bond Greninja literally just won from there? Hold up, why? I go Greninja, I click Ice Beam, I just win on the spots? Because if I recall correctly, I'm carrying Sludge Wave. I think I'm carrying Gunk Shot, actually. I might not be carrying Ice Beam, but still, like, Gudra was a throw. Why am I Body Press? I was completely wrong about my set. It is what it is. I go. I get the kill on floor. I just win with Greninja. And then why do I click U-turn? What's the point of U-turn? Or I just Bullet Punch. Oh well. So now I go Greninja, I Ice Beam, I switch back out to Scizor on the Zapdos, which gets rocks. Ox. Boulder comes out. It is Terra Fire Iron Boulder. So I don't want to risk Terra Fire, Terra Blast. So, I switch back into Terapagos. O's to get off my red card. Our Mighty Cleave comes out. And I click Surf on the Boulder. And now I think Ink Scizor might just wins from here almost. Oh, no, it's Greninja that wins from here. Here, because now I just go and I click Water Shuriken. And then I click Hydro Pump, which I don't know if I needed to click. But I clicked it, and then I just win from there. I click Dark Pulse on the Kyurem, and I click Shuriken on the... Actually, I don't even need to click Shuriken on the Boulder, it just dies to rocks. Ox leaving me with a record of 3 wins, 1 loss, plus 12 differential. So now we have me versus Tark, and his Terra Captains are Ursaluna and Basculegion? No, Ursaluna and Latios and Garganacl is what his Terra Captains were. So... my team here consists of Hitmonchan, Terapagos, Screamtail, Ceruledge, Edge Greninja, Scizor, and then... immediately my thoughts are that Greninja goes absolutely insane this game if Hisui and Samurott dies. And if I remember correctly, I had a fun tech on Hitmonchan where I was Fake Out and Mach Punch. Unch for lead, specifically for lead Hisuian Samurott. That's a tech I'm very proud of. So that way it never gets up any spikes. And I have Rapid Spin if it does, if I recall correctly. Or I have Knockoff and Drain Punch, one of the two. But it is... But that was my plan, was to lead Hitmonchan, and then... And I also had a Calm Mind Screamtail, which could also sweep if given the opportunity. I think I had Stored Power and Grass Knot. Which does make me kind of walled by Latios, to be completely honest. I don't remember my Cerule Edge set. I think it was Terra Fairy. I don't remember what that is then. Might have been an Air Balloon? But he brought out Ursaluna first, so I let a Lil Mac. And Drain Punched into Latios, which, by the way, took a lot of damage for a Latios. Scizor. Okay. And now I click U-turn. Earn here pretty much all the time. That did a lot of damage. That was like the Choice Banded. I brought out Terapagos to spin away the hazards. Erd's Garganacl came out. I didn't want it Iron Defensing in my face. I'm Covert Cloak on Screamtail. Well, I should have encored it into Salt Cure right then and there because Heavy Slam just KOs me. I go into Greninja and I click Hydro Pump. And as you can see, I am in a really good position here. But then I click Grass Knot. I click Grass Knot. Now, I'm going to do the calc out here in just a second. Okay, yeah, I'm going to do the calc. Greninja. UU Battle Bond. Hydro Pump. Ursaluna. Ursaluna. And then let's go max HP and Assault Vest. Hydro Pump always kills. Well, kills 80% of the time anyway. If he is just max HP. He does appear to be a little bit Spadef. If he is max Spadef, He's not Max Spadef. Okay, it didn't always kill. But, like... So now I'm less mad at myself for clicking Grass Knot. It was like... But I'm still mad at myself for clicking Grass Knot, because Hydro Pump is a roll. And, Grass Knot is not. It never KOs. And then Drain Punch just knocks me out, and I've lost my... Because, like, Greninja just won the game from there if I got the KO. Oh, Dark Pulse the Basculegion in the Latias, and then and then Water Move the Blaziken. Like, this was just easy clap. Dub, and I just missed it. I try and Rapid Spin, but he goes Basculegion. I get knocked out because I can't really switch into it anymore. I go to Ceruledge and click Shadow Sneak, but I don't KO. I'm a little desperate at this point. Oink trying to sweep the Terapagos now, which wasn't the plan at all. But I did do... But without that crit, I should have clicked... But without that crit, I struggle less, I should say. I still lose, but... The thing is, I should have won this. I didn't. So that sucked. And now I'm at a record of 3-2 minus 3-2. 3-2 plus 10. So then I go... So up next, we have a battle with Faulty. Faulty is a good friend of mine at that point. We talked a lot. He had Teratorn and Quack. That guy almost brought Thundurus here. I really tried. I thought it had a really good matchup. Looking at this, I remember I brought a Hitmonchan with Endeavor and Focus Sash to go off lead to hopefully trick Torn. Well, to hopefully catch a Torn. Orn, Hitmonchan, and into Sylveon. I switch out to Screamtail, and get booster speed. I clicked Thunder Wave here. Never mind, I clicked Stealth Rock there. Here, I'm a booster speed set because as then I can Thunder Wave, Torn, and Gengar, and just in general be a nuisance before I go down. I clicked Dazzling Gleam, predicting the Rapid Spin, because I'm going to Encore. And then I Thunder Wave, expecting to switch out, and then I get my rocks back up. Why I do that when Colossal can Rapid Spin, I do not know. Because I can Encore him right after. I go out into Goodra. This is a mistake. The play, I believe I was Air Balloon on Ceruledge. That should have been the play. Never mind, I was Boots. What was the plan there? I'm confused. And then I Terrafire Bitterblade. I bulk up, and then it roars me. So I try and rapid spin these hazards while I have the chance. Never mind, I Earth Power, or predicting Gengar, and then Gengar has an air balloon, and I'm completely walled. What? I go Screamtail to sacrifice it, I guess? Yes, then I go Greninja, and I click Dark Pulse, I think, very obviously. Protean. In, and then probably should have Dark Pulsed again, but I clicked Ice Beam. It is what it is. I almost Dark Pulse there into the Duck. If I had, things would have been... Anyway, I went out to Terapagos, but Gengar still had his balloon. So I go out to Hitmonchan, and hoping to Bullet Punch it, I believe. Well, first I knock off, and then I didn't realize the balloon goes away. Why did I not Bullet Punch? Is what it is. I Flame Charged the Gengar, hoping to sweep from here. Here, I bulk up, and then I get the Stone Edge off. Well, and then I close combat, and he's Choppleberry. Now, this isn't the end yet. This is not the end yet. Because I can Calm... Now that Gengar's gone, I can Calm Mind. I can Calm Mind sweep this if I don't get burnt. And I get burnt. And honestly, even with the burn, I probably still won if Sylveon didn't have Protect. I clicked Earth Power, predicting the Iron Tread switch in. Fine, Terra Starstorm should be the play in this turn, and now I'm getting stalled out. It should always be Terra Starstorm. I don't know why I'm Earth Powering. And it's not going to matter in the end, because the Sylveon just needed to protect on me. But still, that game was so close. I am now 3-3 plus 9, which is a very good differential. Don't get me wrong. The record itself, could be better. So at this point, I made one more change. I made one final change. I dropped Asui and Gudra for Crocodile. It's the last change I made during the season in the last week I could. Good, because I didn't have a ground type beforehand, and this just seemed like a better... And it seemed... And Asui and Gudra was getting... was becoming problem... Was not fitting on the team. Even really anymore. Or at least in tandem with Dragalge and Scizor. So, this was probably my hardest matchup of the season up front. All my other matchups were winnable. Were definitely very easily winnable. This one, I got trounced and moxed the most. We had... This was the first game that I didn't bring Ceruledge. It just did not have as good of a matchup as I wanted it to have. I'm Banded Crocodile. I am Terra Starstorm, Flamethrower, Calm Mind, Rapid Spin on Terapagos. I am a Screen. I am a Screamtail. Well, not dual screens. I have Reflect, Encore, Roar. No, I have Reflect, Roar, Thunder Wave, and Encore. And Wish. I am a Nasty Plot Thunderous set with Terra Ground, Terra Blast, Thunderbolt, and and U-turn. And then and Greninja is a Choice Scarf Torrent set. And I'm only running Stabs, and Scarf or still seems solid. And I'm a Choice Banded Crocodile. The plan was always lead Greninja into lead Deoxys speed, and I click Dark Pulse and hopefully KO it. Unfortunately, I don't KO it, but it sets up a light screen. So I just Dark Pulse again, hoping to take it out. Then the Gouging Fire comes in. This is where I lost in all of my mocks. So I go to Screen Tail. Heat Crash comes out, and then Roar into... And then I survive, and I Roar Gouging Fire out, removing the booster energy, and thus removing any current threat it may have. I switch from Kyrie into Crocodile, expecting the Ghost move. He knocks off my Choice Band, which is unfortunate. I knock off the lefties, because I always live a Leaf Blade, unless it's crit. And then I Earthquake to KO the Decidueye. And then just destroy anything else that tries to switch in. Deoxys is going to try to come in. It could have easily knocked me out, but instead he got up as rocks. So I Earthquaked it, not wanting. And now I go out into Dragalge, who has a Rocky Helmet, I believe, because this is my Palafin check. Palafin had been running me over as well. I flip turn, expecting it to go out, and I go out to Thundurus. And I click Terra Ground, Terra Blast, only to find out he is Spadef Excadrill and a half. If Palafin comes out, I go Dragalge. He gets Zen Headbutted. I go back out into Sinestro. I click Thunderbolt or Terra Ground, Terra Blast, one of the two. I'm going to switch out again into Crocodile. It'll get the Intimidate off, and then I go to Terapagos, and I click Terra Starstorm, and I just win from here, I believe. He does crit me with Jet Punch, but it doesn't matter. And now we are 4-3 plus 13. Now, I'm gonna go get some water real quick, chat. I'll be right back. I have returned. Okay. So now, from this point, I only need one more win to guarantee playoffs, which is huge. Huge, as I've spent most of the time just, yeah. So, up next is the Week 8 battle, where we are now in the territory of of battles that I didn't upload. I haven't uploaded. I was going to combine this one with week 9 because this bro gave me 6.5 minutes of battle footage, and after the cut, it was like 4 minutes. It's, as you can see, I did not bring either Ceruledge or Greninja here. Both of them had solid matchups, but but I had a plan that I was intent to execute. Fun fact, I was a Anger Point Crocodile with Red Card and Scale Shot. And to get hit by, to switch into Wicked Blow and then just KO everything. After a Scale Shot and I Speed Boost. I led Hitmonchan into, and then I go Screamtail, which is a Rocky Helmet meant specifically for the Urshifu. So I damage it whenever it hits me. U-turn, goes into Pheasantipity. I do not respect Pheasantipity, so I stay in on the Sludge Bomb, and I get up Stealth Rock. I should have respected Pheasantipity, but I didn't. I figured that was choice specs. X, because there's no way it was doing that much damage otherwise, because Pheasantipity is weak. EKF. So I go hard Scizor, or on the upcoming Sludge Bomb, and then I expect it to switch, so I think I click U-turn. Never mind, I click Bullet Punch. I stay in on the knock, and I click U-turn, and I go into Terapagos, Os intending to click Ice Beam and just KO. Oh, Gliscor ain't living that. I'm gonna not save Terapagos. I think I'm rapid spinning to scout for a choice scarf when I could just KO it on the spot. Intriguing. So now I go Thundurus, and then I'm a subset. With Terra Ice, Terra Blast. And then that is going to... He's going to try and Calm Mind up on me. I have Nasty Plot. I'm not choosing to click it. He is subbing up, and then I'm damaging it, but the thing is, if he's Alluring Voice, but he's Terra Blast. If he were Alluring Voice, it would have gone through the sub, and I probably could have lost him a spot. Well, no, I couldn't have. I had Scizor. So I Bullet Punch. Realistically, I should not have U-turned here. I remember specifically I U-turn thinking I'm respecting a Flamethrower. But first off, Goodra is faster. And second off, my speed is dropped. So I had no reason to stay in. I should have just sacked Screamtail. Or something. Or just gone hard Crook. Or Hitmonchan. So I go Hitmonchan, and I click Ice Punch. And it dies. And then I click Drain Punch. And as long as I don't get Scald Burned, my Lodic's going to die next. Next, I keep in Hitmonchan, and I Bullet Punch Fez. As Moonblast does knock me out, but that's fine. And I just go Scizor, and I Bullet Punch my way through... Well, I Swords Dance first, and then I win with just Bullet Punching. Sucker Punch can't KO me. I don't think the crit matters. and then I just bullet punch and I win. And we are now 5-3 plus 16. And this match was special. It was me and Ick. Both of us were the top two seeds going into the week. This was a battle to determine who promoted up to the next division in the following season. And it was I don't really remember my sets for this one, so we're just gonna jump right into it. Scizor looks very strong here, as does Greninja. If I can get past the Thunderclap apping shenanigans of Raging Bolts. I am a Scarf Crooked. No, I'm an Assault Vest Crocodile. I remember this one specifically. Shoutouts to my friend Oro for helping me with that one. And then I am Specs Terapagos because I think I'll either break something or just win, but then he discharge pairs me. And then I get discharge parried right out the gate. I said, come on, man. I love the guy. He's great. Then I get full parried. And so now I have to switch out to Scizor. He volt switches. I probably could have lived that and should have just sacked. Orthworm is Chople. It's Shedtail Orthworm. Gonna go into the Blood Moon. I go hard Crook. Look, I should be I Earthquake to break the sub. Earth Power barely tickles. I try and sack Terapagos to the Blood Moon. I then go Scizor, and then U-turn? Why do I U-turn? But then I go back to Crocodile, okay? And I click Gunk Shot, and I get the poison, which is really, really big. I crit it with the next Gunk Shot, which is even more huge. And then I Sludge Wave into the Blood Moon. And I sub up with Greninja thinking that it may hoping the Bolt's gonna Thunderclap. It did not. I sub again on the Ogerpon. I should have just Sludge Waved. But he Ivy Cudgels, so now I'm still losing. I am losing badly. Don't twist it. I am losing horribly. I probably should just go Dragalge and then just drop a Draco, honestly. Because nothing wants to take it anymore. Except Blood Moon, but that thing can't take a Sludge Wave to save its life. I drop a Draco. Oh, trying to punish anything, trying to switch in. I have the Shuka. And then flip turn on the Terrakion. Go to Scizor. Bullet Punch. Lunge, he goes to Bolt. I go to Ceruledge. We're gonna just Bitter Blade because realistically we just kind of lose. In all honesty, we can't break Mandibuzz really anymore without Dragalge. I should have gone Dragalge there because I do claim a kill every time with Dragalge, and Mandibuzz's Foul Play can just kill me. Never mind, Dragalge was so low it didn't matter anyway. And so, folks, I finished the main season with a record of 5 wins, 4 losses, and is plus 14 differential. I made playoffs, which was excellent. So now we're up against the most insane team you've ever seen. Iron Valiant, Spectrier, Garchomp. You're thinking, wait, didn't a different guy have Garchomp? Yes, Garchomp was dropped. So this guy picked it up. But yeah, Iron Valiant, Garchomp, Spectrier, Terra Kingambit, Terra Zarude, and didn't bring half of them. Well, and didn't bring the Spectrier. And this horse destroys me. I don't bring Greninja. It just doesn't feel... It feels really hard to make Greninja work between Iron Valiant, Booster Speed, Iron Valiant, Zarude, well, any Zarude set, and then Tentacruel, as well as Kingambit. This mashup just felt really bad for Greninja. In this matchup, I will say Crocodile goes nuts. I'm sorry, I'm going back on memory lane reading that chat. Sorry, anyway, so Scream Tail on Zarude, I get Reflect Up, I get Poison, and then I get Light Screen Up. I'm a very slow Scream Tail this time around. And I get Toxic, Light Clay, I'm gonna Encore, and then I think I Baton Pass, or I just go Scizor. And then I should have clicked SD. I most definitely should have clicked SD. If I clicked SD, I think I might have won on the spots. Because I was Swords Dance. If I clicked it, I think I just won. Anyway, in comes Crocodile. I'm a Moxie set because in case of Defiant Crook. Look, I Crunch. I go Dragalge for the Val. Valiant does 32%. Not great. I think I Sludge Waved or I Flip Turned. One of the two. I Flip Turned. Cool. Got Rocky Helmeted. Go back to Crook, and then I click Earthquake because he has one switch in. And now here's the scary part. The Electros comes out. Why is it scary? It's gonna coil. But Lantern, you have Encore Scream Tail. I can't touch it on the special side very well. And I need health on Dragalge to take care of Val. So I go hard Scream Tail on the Drain Punch. I'm going to Encore it into Drain Punch. much, I'm going... No, it's not God. And I'm gonna go Heart Ledge. It's almost back to full. Oh, I'm gonna click Poltergeist. And then Weak Armor is gonna go off after I bulk up. I should Polter again, probably, but then I switch in on the Slam. And then he has to click Drain Punch, so I go to Screamtail. And then I go back out into Terapagos and I click Terra Starstorm. The fact... Okay, can we just talk about this? The fact that I only lost one Pokemon in this one? How? How did I go through the Terapagos like that? Well, I did basically lose Ceruledge, but like... I only lost 1.5 Pokemon. Like, I should have... Honestly, I probably should have lost there. They're masterfully maneuvered. Zaru's gonna come out. I'm gonna let it break the shell, and I think I'm gonna Flamethrower. No, I'm gonna Terra Starstorm. But now I'm gonna Terra Starstorm again on the Terra Flying. Sucker Punch does not kill me. So I click Terra Starstorm again, and I KO it. I'm just intent to keep this thing until it dies, because I don't need to save differential. Well, Terapagos goes down. I go hard Crocodile because I'm Scarf. EQ is going to come out. Now, I'm going to double to Scizor. I'm going to go hard Scizor, predicting Zarude. He stays in. I close combat, which is huge. And then I Bullet Punch to either pick it off or damage the Garchomp a little bit. There's Jocelyn. Crocodile is just going to Earthquake from here. And I just kind of win. In assuming that is not a Scarf Valiant. And Garchomp, you are not safe. Protect is not going to help you. Ooh, you are going to die. And honestly, I still just win anyway. Even if he's Scarf, he can't touch. Dragalge just wins and beats it. And that was quarterfinals. It was one easy clap. So now with semifinals versus my good friend Sil. Sylve is... This is a very, very good matchup for me. Like, I don't think I lost very much. Because this matchup is just so good. Good for me. Like, under no... I cannot explain to you just how goated this matchup is for me. So, I brought this team into it. I think I tried to bring Hitmonchan, but sadly, no. So anyway, his Terra Captains are Iron Leaves and Primarina. Mine are... we're going into... It is Terra Terra Fire on the leaves, Terra Water on the prim. Crocodile is I think it's a Scarf set. I don't remember for sure. Ceruledge's Scarf. So Ruledge's Scarf. Or I Poison Jabbed hard predicting the switch. I'm Terra Fairy Flash Fire with the and then I find he's a Screen Chi Yu, which is weird. Weird to me. So he Terra's on the Poison Jab. I go Screen Tail because he cannot break it. It literally, he cannot ever break Screen Tail here. I Thunder Wave it, I Wish, and then I Encore, and then, like, what can he do? Literally, what can he do? I get my rocks up, and then I knock. On the U-turn. Arn Noivern's gonna come out. I think I'm gonna go hard Screen Tail on the. It's a Dragon Dance. It's no item Dragon Dance. It does get a crit. My one attacking move is Ice Beam. The para does matter a lot. Honestly, because then I get to keep my Screen Tail. Prim's gonna Encore me into Wish, so I'm gonna go hard to Greninja, which may seem like a weird AF play, but you'll see. It's actually part of a goaded strategy. I think I Trailblaze here, or do I U-turn? I just Bullet Punch. Punch, keep it simple, stupid. It'd go hard Screen Tail on the Iron Leaves. It cannot touch me for the life of it. It Wish. I'm gonna go Greninja. Now. And I'm gonna just Hydro Pump. Because Sylph's gonna Body Press. Weakness Policy Greninja. I miss Hydro Pump, which is unfortunate, but I have Water Shuriken. And then Battle Bond. If I had Sludge Wave, I might have just won. Honestly, if I had Sludge Wave, I just won. On the spot right there, but I didn't need to it 6-0. But I could just go from Heracross, I could go Screen Tail. It'll Encore it. Go back to Ceruledge, and then just spam Bitter Blade from there. Scream Tail just. Yeah, Scream Tail just destroyed him? Scream Tail, Greninja, and Ceruledge. I barely brought out anything else. But, like. So that was semifinals. Those, which means I have moved on to the finals. This one's a pain. I'm gonna be honest. This one is a pain. So yeah. And last but not least, finals. So I'm gonna be upfront with y'all. This replay sucks. Open up. This is finals, so obviously there's a lot of spectators. Crocodile comes in on it's Crocodile and Qwilfish. I think I clicked knockoff to immediately try and get rid of a Violite. I was too set on Dragalge being my Tusk answer when realistically I should have I don't know what I should have done. I'm gonna be completely honest. I probably should have just gone Crook. This is way too early for me to set up. Why did I do it? I should not have set up here. And then he got the defense drop too. Ooh, this does not KO. It doesn't. It just doesn't. I was so out of it during this game. It is ridiculous. I should have gone Screamtail or something because this. Chat, I'm cringing so hard. Moonblast, I cannot bring this back as much as I wish I could. Good. I am just. If it were Battle Bond, maybe, but it's not Battle Bond, and I cannot bring this back. I would need to flinch hacks to hell. But I. Apologies for that. This replay just. Tropicos comes out. It's no use. I got absolutely rolled in finals and I was not in a good headspace. I did have a really good season, and I need to Dark Pulse flinch my way through everything if I'm gonna win, but unfortunately that doesn't happen. So that was WPF. Overall, I did really enjoy this season. It was by far my favorite Pokemon experience. And I did promote to speed in only my second ever draft league. How WPF works is there are skill based showdown divisions. I was in the bottom skill div at the time. I likely wasn't going to win. If I had won my second ever draft league, bear in mind, yes, this was my second ever league. Why? And I made finals already. So I left this league feeling disappointed by the way I played finals, but so proud at how well my season was. This was it, honestly. this was my this season was amazing. And it was the season that got me truly addicted because, and honestly, if I had won it all, it likely would have solidified a couple of habits that I'm noticing I was in that were probably not the best. I was over predicting, making too many predictions, and I wasn't necessarily, and I was impatient. This game was just so bad, but as a whole, I'm really proud of how this season went. Now, I'll say it up front. This is my. But now, chat. We've gone through WPF. I think this. I am gonna call it here now. Thank you guys so much for watching. I might stream. A new. I'll be streaming a different league probably next week. On Saturday, of course, most likely if I were to. I will say I will be busy on Sunday because Sunday I have a brand new draft league that's starting up. I don't think I'll do content for that one until after it's all over, but we'll see. And till next time, everybody. Lantern Commuter of Sector 2814, signing off. Peace. Bye.